Get ready to put your rivals out of business, all my fellow and future outlaws, as this is Card Games vs. Humanity, and I am that NAKAK Double G. Finally done being down with the sickness, I'm here with your weekly recap of that new dice game that just came out. I heard it also already has a copyright strike for being nearly exactly like Duel Monsters. So as per usual, don't forget that sub and that bell and that like, hit up that Patreon if you want to see some more content. Leave a comment telling me if you find yourself having a hard time to decide who to root for in this episode, because everyone's just kind of a dick. Everyone except Grandpa Moto, who is normally very happy to be sweeping the entire street, is currently very upset at the new game shop that just opened up downtown. I understand his frustrations though. How dare they be all hip and new and trendy and not full of asbestos.
I've endured many things in my life. Been trapped in an ancient pyramid, stung by scorpions, attacked by Tibetan wolves, but nothing compares to this.
You may not know it there, but he's legitimately just confusing his life with clips of Disney movies that he watched last night. Yugi wants to check out the competition, which is basically the equivalent of cheating on his grandfather with a new game shop, before immediately just ignoring his grandfather's wishes and showing right up at the door. This random hot chick hands Yugi a flyer, which instantly makes Taya jealous because how dare any other human interact with her one and only. Activating her Mother Bear magic card, dragging away Yugi with one arm with what looks like absolutely no animation. Yeah, they better walk away, says new antagonist Duke Devlin, working in the shadows, monologuing his evil plot to his evil henchman card shop owner who just wants the publicity to help his legitimate business grow. What a dastardly son of a bitch. The only thing more dastardly is the fact that our heroes are actually in school right now. Talking about Dungeon Dice Monsters, that new game that just came out that somehow only Joey has heard about because he reads the paper.
I just need a little extra spending money, that's all.
Joey, you just won $3 million and you'd be lucky to find a single goddamn eye surgery on the planet that breaks 6 digits. Just admit you can't read.
Oh my gosh, here he goes again. What are you doing?
Okay, I don't care how big or girthy his cup may be, those noises were weird as fuck and should not be allowed. Double D drops all the ladies' panties with the most basic ass Yahtzee cuphead trick you've ever seen, making Joey jealous because now he has 2 alpha males in the show to contend with. Also, are Japanese chicks really that easy? Cause goddamn, I need to learn some parlor tricks. Joey does the most unnecessary action post sequence of all time, talking smack about how he came in second at Duelist Kingdom and deserves more respect. Naturally, he has no idea who Joey is and tells Yugi how impressed he was for winning the Duel Monsters tournament and for defeating Pegasus and the number 2 ranked duelist in the world, whoever that is. Duke Devlin then challenges Joey Wheeler to a shitty dice game that no one in the real world would ever care about. But after seeing how easy those girls were swooned by gambling addiction, he accepts the conditions of the game. That condition being that if Duke can actually grab the dice inside the cup without actually touching it, he wins the game. Can you guess what happens next? Yeah, Joey just picks it up and he grabs it.
If you were a real man, you'd play a real game. I challenge you to a match of Duel Monsters.
Yeah, that's right. Why don't you step up, bitch? Fight me like a real man. Whip out your deck and fight me one-on-one. I got this shit on lockdown. Duke is a fucking card shop owner, so of course he doesn't own his own deck, offering instead to play Sealed Showdown against Joey with brand new cards that they open from pack. Apparently this is a very bad idea, as Yugi warns him over and over to not engage in battle with a card shop owner. Not because he's good, but because we all know Yugi is very scared of using any new cards whatsoever. If Duke wins the match, Joey has to be his slave and do anything that he wants for an entire week. No rules on that? No rules. You might want to put some rules on that. He might want to, but if Joey does win, he will be the hero and force Duke to put this card shop out of business. You know, the one that was owned by his friend that we saw earlier in the episode? The fuck is this episode? Both men accept the terms of battle and meet each other at the front of the game store after school, and holy shit, they're wearing new clothes. It only took about 46 episodes, which is coincidentally only about 4 longer than it took to get the actual plot of the show.
I'm bad, you know it. I'm bad, I'll show it.
You know, Joey might be an idiot, but I kind of like that beat.
I'm bad, you know it. I'm bad, I'll show it.
Our heroes head to the elevator where a giant random cardboard box full of packs are waiting for them. And judging by the red color of the packs and the, elaborate design of Thousand Eyes Restrict on them, I'm gonna guess these are Pharaoh's Servant. And if you actually pay attention, a lot of the cards used in this duel are actually from this set. So this will be a rare moment I look directly into the camera and tell you, the writers, good job. Our heroes enter the dueling arena as 2 cheerleaders and whatever the fuck that is praise on their master Devlin, who without any warning or consideration has decided to host this duel to the entire world. Yes, all 7 billion of them.
Second rate? You're gonna need a second.
Oh my god, what even happened, Joey? How do you even make such a disgusting face? Both players head to each side of the state-of-the-art dueling arena that apparently everyone owns just a few days after Duelist Kingdom ended, starting the duel on Devlin's side by summoning the Ruxin Tank T-34 in attack position with no back row. And because this is an elaborate duel with many ins and outs, Joey just counters with the Sword Hunter, an actually decent monster that has a power-up effect every time it destroys one by battle, destroying Ruxin's YouTube channel and inflicting a massive 1050 damage in the first turn. The first fucking turn, he almost ended it right there. Ruxin's face becomes a part of the Sword Hunter's chest armor, increasing his attack to 2650 and leaving Joey feeling very confident.
Hey, Puke Devlin, you crack me up, Pukey boy.
Hey, I said he was feeling confident. I never said he was clever. Puke Devlin. Devlin summons a random shitty bat that is quickly destroyed by Joey's mad sword beast. A monster that even gives us our first introduction to piercing effects, being able to inflict damage despite the fact that he was in defense mode.
The Michizori monster will drag you to your doom.
You know, I didn't have to make fun of a single thing like this in like the last 8 episodes. We were doing so good. It just hurts. This match is very complicated and elaborate, so you better not blink, because Devlin just destroys the Mad Sword Beast with Spike Bot right away. And then Joey destroys the Spike Bot with Goblin Attack Force, leaving Devlin with a measly 50 life points. And then nothing, because they switch to defense modes even in a format where you could just summon high-level monsters for free.
You don't have a snowball's chance in Hades now, Duke Deadman.
And there you have it, folks, the single most edgy line you will ever hear from 4Kids dialogue, and I'm still surprised it got past. Devlin takes his final turn, summoning one of the most powerful monsters in his deck. And of course, I'm talking about Gradius, a 4-star, 1200 attack monster that has to be pumped up with both limiter removal and fairy meteor crush just to destroy the Goblin Attack Force and inflict piercing damage and kill Joey in one shot. Jesus Christ, just a few more episodes and they'll have some life points to work with. Just a few more. Joey is defeated and Devlin has that dog costume ready for him way too quickly, forcing him to embrace the inner furry that was once teased by Kaiba.
You're a dog now, Joey.
Yeah, you really should have set some boundaries on that anything I want for a week rule. Yugi transforms, having seen enough of Joey Wheeler actually uphold his side of the deal, claiming that only he gets to make people slaves on this show. The episode ends with Devlin challenging Yugi to a game of Dungeon Dice Monsters, and if he beats Yugi in a game that he's never played before, Yugi Boy not only becomes the king of games, but Yugi must swear on his grandfather's life that he will never duel again, and well, he ain't gonna last much longer, so that's fine. Well, that's it for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget that sub and that bell and that like. And leave a comment telling me if seeing Joey in a dog costume has awakened something deep within you. Tune in next week where we get an exciting episode of one character not being able to summon for about 7 turns straight. Sounds fun! And of course, I shout out to all my patrons. Are you ready to roll the dices, bro? Do any of you know what that line is from? If you do, let me know. This has been the man from Earth with all the girth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm almost over COVID. I miss the outside world. Save me. All right. See you Friday. Joey, there's not a... Joey, you just won $3 million. Yeah, they better walk away, says Noob. Lurking in the shadows and... Yeah, that's right. Why don't you step up, bitch? Fight me like a real man. Whip out your deck and fight. Offering instead to play sealed so... Joey does the most unnecessary action sequence pose... Sequence